Good afternoon, everybody. It's Anthony. I am also on some forums, the Mad Hungarian. On Instagram, I am that71 Anthony. And welcome back to my channel, my brothers and sisters in rocketry. Today, I'm going to be talking about the Estes Magician from, I don't know if y'all can see that, 2014. There it is. 12/03/14. This is a skill level 3 kit according to Estes, and it combines two of my favorite things in a rocket, which is a payload section and this style of fins. These are the Cherokee style fins. Anyone who's been in rocketry for a long time recognizes them. In fact, they're so much like the Cherokee that this kit even includes the fin alignment guide that comes with the Cherokee. Same body tube. Does not include the fin tube that the Cherokee has. Rather, it has the payload section. Nevertheless, Estes did a great job with this one, in my opinion. It uses 24mm motors. According to Estes, again, it goes to 1,600 feet. Now, that's with a black powder motor. If you're going to put a composite propellant motor, 24mm in this thing, you can get up to G class motors in this. So if you're going to do that, build it so. And that's what I'm doing today. Here's the nose cone and clear payload section. Here's the bottom of the payload section and the transition to the airframe. There's the airframe. It does include a fin can. I forgot. So in this case, I did not build it with a motor retainer. I built it with the Estes hook. I built it as the instructions indicate. Otherwise, I will be using epoxies, Bob Smith 15-minute. Here's the launch lug. I hate these launch lugs. I hate these with a passion. They're inexpensive. They're not difficult to put on, and they're rather sturdy, but they're just unsightly. So I'll be using my 3D printer to print more. One of the things I have been doing is taking fins from this, the edges as they are out of the fin sheet, to that. More rounded edges. And yes, I'm doing all the edges. Slowly but surely we'll get them to where I'm happy. I use North Coast Rocketry sanding. North Coast Rocketry. If you don't know about them, you should check them out. They make lots of cool rockets and accessories and construction accessories. And that's the thing about rocketry. No one manufacturer has everything. Estes has cool kits. They're not expensive. You can find new old stock kits on eBay for reasonable prices. I did just that. I even have a 1984 phaser I'm going to build. That's for another video. Then you've got things like Apogee, and their website is pretty busy. It's really dense. It's a little bit difficult to navigate, but they have all of the accessories and things and construction items you need, the tools, the information. They have the software. And I am building some Apogee kits. That'll be another video. Here are two low precision high-tech park flyers. Actually, they're smaller than the park flyer. They're the high-tech 1. So these are from Low Precision. And Low Precision gives you plywood fins, through the wall airframes that are thicker than Estes, and they're accordingly more expensive. What you don't get with with Low Precision is you really don't get great decal sheets. You don't get a whole lot of instruction. So if you're a beginner, Low Precision might not be your best bet to start. Estes would be your best bet to start because their instructions are renowned. Apogee's instructions are really well done. You've got other makers who make great kits like Semrock. You can find those. So anyway, today I'm going to be sanding. I'm going to put the fins on the tube and then use that Apogee fin alignment guide to make sure they're straight. Until now, I've just been with my surface mount fin like on those Cherokees and this Bertha, I just do them by hand and I feel like I get them pretty straight. I've been sanding the Bertha fins. You can see that. I'm pretty happy with those. My goal with all of my rockets at this point, aside from just having pure fun, is to put the biggest possible motor into it that I can get into it and make it go as high and as fast as possible. I mean, there's just not a whole lot of time left in life for anything else, frankly. So there's a couple of Magnums. Now, there's Loc Precision has, like the high-tech, they go from a Magnum 1, which is a BT50 class 24 millimeter tube. Then they go to, that's the Park Flyer next to it, which is a 1.9 inch tube. So BT60, I believe, or 1.6 inch, excuse me. And then they have a 3 inch after that, 3.1 inch airframe, and then the last one is a 5.5 inch diameter rocket. So, well, I think I've rambled on long enough. This is what's on the bench. Oh, wait a minute. Here's one interesting thing. So when I do get around to having better equipment and I film my launches, you're going to notice that my rockets fly really straight. Aside from choosing days that are good for launch with light wind, one thing I do is I put epoxy into the nose cones for weight. Every one of my rockets gets a little bit of epoxy in the nose cone, about 5 milliliters of Bob Smith Industries 15-minute medium cure epoxy. And all I'm doing is bringing the center of gravity just a little bit just a little further away from the center of pressure. And believe it or not, that little bit is going to give you extra stability in your flights. And if you don't believe me, try it. And if you still don't believe me, talk to Zyla Foxland. She knows what she's talking about. I learned it from her. All right. One more thing. I know I said I was going, but that's going to be my level 1 certification rocket. That is the Aerotech Initiator. I got the Initiator launch set with all the fancy launch pad and the launch controller, which I promptly broke the cover on. Leave a comment if you've ever broken the cover on one of those. Okay. Happy holidays to everyone, and I should be back with some launch videos soon. Thanks.